Dear students, welcome to my lecture series on fuzzy logic engineering. In previous lectures, we have discussed on classical relations, fuzzy relations, then max-min composition, max product compositions, then fuzzy equivalence relations, etc. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the properties of membership function, then two important processes. One is the fuzzification, another is the defuzzification, which are very important to understand the concept of fuzzy logic control system. So let's start. Properties of membership function. Suppose this is a membership function and here it is a mu of x and here it is x. Then some terms are there which we will see here. It's a 1 value, it's a 0. Now this part is known as core. So core of a membership function for fuzzy set is the region where there is a full membership. So we can say that for the core, mu a of x equals to 1. For this membership function, this region has a full membership value, that is the 1. So this part is known as core. Second is the support. So this region is known as support. So for the support, we can say that for support, mu a of x is greater than 0. Means support is the region of the membership function where there is non-zero membership value. Means after this region there is a 0 value. So greater than 0 means from this region to this region there is a non-zero value of the membership. That's why it is called the support. Then boundary. So boundary is defined for this region and from this to this region. So this is boundary from here to here as well as from here to here. So we can write here boundary. Here also and here also. So for the boundary we can say the membership value is greater than 0 and less than 1. So we can see here that this region has a membership value greater than 0 and less than 1. Similarly for this region, membership value is greater than 0 and less than 1. So this region is called boundary. One more thing is that normal fuzzy set. Normal fuzzy set. So the normal fuzzy set is the set which is having at least one element with full membership value. Suppose this is 1 and this is set A here. So we can say that this set is a normal fuzzy set because this fuzzy set contains one element. This element you can see here, this element is having membership value 1. So this element is called normal fuzzy set. and if there is no element with full membership value, suppose this kind of set is there, suppose it is B set and here it is a mu and 1 is here, so we can say that, see, there is no element in the set B with full membership value. So in this case B set is called subnormal fuzzy set. It is called subnormal fuzzy set. Means the set which is not having any element with full membership value is called subnormal fuzzy set. Then convex fuzzy set. Convex fuzzy set. So for the convex fuzzy set, we can say that if the value of membership is increasing, monotonically increasing or maybe decreasing, this kind of set is there, then we can say that this is a convex fuzzy set, where the membership value mu is increasing or decreasing. But if the set, then this set is called convex fuzzy set. But if the value is like this, suppose it is first increasing, then decreasing, then increasing, then decreasing, then it is called non-convex fuzzy set. Non-convex fuzzy set. So these were the properties of the fuzzy sets, membership, fuzzy membership values. Now we are going to discuss two important processes. One is the fuzzification and another is the defuzzification. Fuzzification and defuzzification. So first let us understand why these two important processes are required in fuzzy logic control systems. So for the control system, this term is coming here, control system. So just I am making one diagram which is comparing two control systems. One is the traditional control system. So for the traditional control system, we can say like this is input. Here we use controller. Then we can say plant. And then output. And for the closed loop system, this output, here it is a feedback. This output is compared with the input to generate error signal here, and this error is going to the controller, which is giving you manipulated variable. This is our simple closed loop control system. But now we are interested in the fuzzy logic control system. So let us see what is the basic difference here in the fuzzy logic control system. So here we are using a controller, but in the case of fuzzy logic we will use some fuzzy logic controller here. So I am redrawing this diagram for the fuzzy logic system. So this is the fuzzification. Fuzzification requires knowledge base. then inference, inference requires rule base, then defuzzification. Then plant. Then output. Here it may be feedback. Now see, two important blocks we can see here. One is the fuzzification, another is the defuzzification. So we are going to discuss these two important functions, that why we require fuzzification and why we require defuzzification. And if we combine these operations in a single block, so I can say that this is a FLC. FLC means fuzzy logic controller. Now we can see here is also there is a controller in the traditional control system. Here is also a controller. Rest elements are same. Plant is there. This is feedback path is there. It's the input section. So basically we are exploring now the controller part, and here you can see the fuzzy logic controller. Now in the fuzzy logic controller, these two processes are there, fuzzification and defuzzification. So in this chapter we are going to discuss why these two processes are important, why we are going to study the fuzzification and defuzzification. So this fuzzy logic controller works on the fuzzy input output. FLC works on fuzzy input and it gives fuzzy output. Whereas our system, most of the systems are accepting crisp inputs and requires, like this plant requires crisp input as a manipulated variable here. So our variables are crisp here, like crisp quantities are here. We also require crisp quantity here. Everywhere it is crisp. But system is controller. This controller is of fuzzy type, which requires fuzzy input and it gives fuzzy output. So what we have to do, what this crisp values have to be converted into fuzzy. So for crisp values, crisp quantities to be converted into fuzzy, we need fuzzification. And once we got fuzzified inputs, it goes to our inference engine. So there is a rule base. Some rules are fired, executes. You can say it's a kind of algorithm is there. There are some rules, and based on these rules, it is giving certain output. That output is again converted from fuzzy to crisp value, because finally we require crisp input for the plant as a manipulated variable. So for that purpose we need defuzzification process. Defuzzification. So it is the same way, like if we compare that a computer or a digital controller we are using as a controller. So this computer, if you want to interface, needs a to D converter and D to A converter, because this computer algorithm works on the digital inputs. Our inputs are analog here. So this analog input is converted into digital. So we got digital input here. Then computer processes this digital input with some algorithms. Then it provides output in digital form again. And through the D2A converter, we convert this digital input, digital output given by this algorithm into again analog. So in the same way, we are using here two processes. One is the fuzzification, another is the defuzzification. So for the fuzzification is equivalent to this A to D converter. Here we are converting crisp quantities. This is fuzzification process. This is fuzzification. Here crisp are converted into fuzzy. Then it is our FLC. Here we get fuzzy output. Then defuzzification. This is our defuzzification process, this one, and here again we get crisp quantity. So that's why these are the two important functions, fuzzification and defuzzification. So in our next class, we will discuss various techniques for the fuzzification as well as for the defuzzification. So this was just the introduction of two important processes, fuzzification and defuzzification. In our coming lectures, we are going to discuss in detail about how we can go for the fuzzification and how defuzzification can be carried out on the fuzzy sets. Thank you.